The area I'm standing in right now used to be Native American grounds, and in the 1700s, it became a stagecoach stop. Then on January 1st, 1827, it became Genesee County's Poor House and Farm. Today, it's best known as Rolling Hills Asylum. Rolling Hills Asylum, originally known as Genesee County Poor House, was established in 1827 in East Bethany, near Batavia, New York. It was built as a refuge for society's outcasts, including the poor, mentally ill, elderly, and physically disabled. But also, Rolling Hills housed orphans, widows, and even hardened criminals, many of these people being housed together, sometimes even sharing rooms. At its height, Rolling Hills operated as a self-sufficient farm, with the residents providing labor in exchange for food and shelter. The property included the main building, barns, a schoolhouse, and other outbuildings. Residents were called inmates, though the term referred more to their status as dependents than prisoners. Deaths at Rolling Hills were plenty. Records from its early years are incomplete, but it is estimated that over 1,700 people died here during its nearly 150 years of operation. Due to the high mortality rate and limited means, many of the deceased were buried in unmarked graves in a potter's field located on the property. By the mid-20th century, the poorhouse system became outdated as mental health care and social services advanced. Rolling Hills transitioned into a nursing home, but it eventually closed its doors in 1974. The abandoned property later gained a reputation for being haunted and attracting paranormal investigators from around the world. Claims of ghostly encounters include apparitions, disembodied voices, shadowy figures, and physical sensations like cold spots or touches. Some believe the spirits of former residents, especially those who died in tragic or lonely circumstances, still linger. The building has since become a well-known destination for ghost tours and paranormal research, enhancing its eerie legacy. Join us as we investigate Rolling Hills Asylum, East Bethany, New York. Jason, JV, and John Pasqua. And we are investigating Rolling Hills.
Not only are we investigating it, we're investigating it on a night of a supermoon, a harvest moon, a lunar eclipse, all happening at the same time.
The apocalypse.
The apocalypse too?
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for that.
Oh, wow. Well, John, this is actually your first time being out investigating with me and Jim. You and I have investigated a couple of places.
Right. I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, and what a place to do it too. I mean, the history that we just, got a lesson on.
So there's reports of 1,700 burials being on this property. And from there, I mean, let alone it's had deaths throughout the whole time here. But then in 1956, one of the wings burned down, killing what they said was like 15 people. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yeah, it was the men's dormitory at the time. So the 15 that died were residents of the men's dormitory.
And, there's got to be some significant trauma attached to that. I mean, as a professional firefighter, I can tell you, I've seen this kind of stuff, and, you're in a zero visibility environment, and it's not a fast death. It's a horrific experience. So there's got to be some type of significant trauma. 15 emotion, people. Yeah.
And the other thing that's great about having John here with us tonight is this place is huge. It's really big.
It is.
And there's a lot of ground to cover.
It is big.
It's like 4 stories when you include the basement. It's 4 wings total.
And the floors are weird because it's like, it seems like each floor has a half floor to it. Right. So, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do this. It's been 16, 17 years since I've been here.
I'll lock the door behind us. That way we have no threat of contamination.
Not only is this a big paranormal hotspot, but this is where Jason and I first met.
It was like online dating.
It was for the day it was online dating.
It's our farmersdaughters.com.
Suddenly I feel very awkward standing this close to you.
I don't.
I'm not sure why.
While John and me were setting up one of his camera earlier, we kept hearing like banging, like something was down here. Just listen to the building for a minute. Listen. Hang. There are so gonna be bats in this friggin' place. Sharon, the owner, said that she didn't believe that there were any bats in here. But this is the area that I sent Dave and Dustin down to. That's right. Because of the bat when I was here last time.
Another iconic Ghost Hunters moment.
Morgue.
So one of the claims, Jay, what we heard on the tour was recently there was a full body apparition that was filmed coming this way down the hallway and kind of blocked out the light from that exit light a little bit. And it was going into this room, which is the morgue. So we set up the DSLR with a low level light.
So they claim that something walked through here and into there?
Correct, yep.
So followed this path, so. Walked here. And then into the morgue. It's a small morgue. It's a small morgue. What the hell is it? Oh, Jesus. Who put the friggin' thing made? Looks like a body taped up in there. Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Oh, is that where you put her?
They can't tell stories.
Did you throw lime on her at least?
Listen. Almost sounds like walking.
Foot shuffling, right?
So, Jay, another thing that they were talking about on the tour tonight when they were showing us around was this suit right here. Apparently, if you try and communicate and reference the doctor, you can ask this suit to turn to communicate with you. So you could say, "Doctor, we're here. We want to say hello. Can you turn the suit to the left?"
Does it turn on command, or does it turn to face you?
They say it will turn on command in a direction you ask it to.
Doctor, can you turn this way? Turn the suit, or yourself with the suit, toward me. Was this Dr. George? Did I get that name right? Does anybody know?
The suit's turning.
Is it?
Yes, it is. There is no wind down here. We are in a basement. There's no fans going.
But I have to say, Jay just walked by.
Yeah, I did.
He did,
walk by.
yeah.
So I have to
Yeah. So,
assume that maybe.
yeah, I'm going to walk by it again, right?
Okay, yeah, see if you can get it to turn the other way.
Other way, right? Still going that way.
Well, that turn wouldn't make sense.
No, it's the opposite way. Doctor, are you turning to face me like I asked?
Problem is, it's on a string. I mean, even if we don't
Yeah.
feel the air movement, I'm gonna walk by it again, see if it speeds up.
Yep.
It is. It's speeding up. So
Yep. Yeah, so, okay.
it's pretty much us just displacing the air. Why does it look like we got pizza ovens in a morgue?
Where do you think they get the toppings from?
Oh, that's not pepperoni.
Oh, God.
Oh God! I think, is that a pizza oven?
I think it's a pizza oven, yeah.
It sure looks like one.
Sure, yeah, I agree.
So at some point, one or all of us, not at the same time, will have to lie prone on this slab.
Oh my God! Thing looks filthy.
And is it dirty?
Oh, yeah.
It is. But either way, we'll have to spend some time on it.
You going?
You doing it now?
Maybe.
Here, I'll hold.
I got it. You want to hold it?
I will, if you want me to. You get the
right.
top.
All right, Jay. So I guess the claim is when you lay on the table, you can feel somebody pushing on your chest or manipulating you. Apparently, it's very obvious.
I don't have any insulation up top, so my head, if anything's on that table, it's getting on me. All right, this is going to be the first time I've ever laid on a morgue table. Here we go. Going down.
All right, Jay. You feel anything?
I feel like I'm being watched.
Can you turn the flashlight off? Thanks.
The claim, Jay, is that they feel somebody pressing on their chest or manipulating their shoulders. And
Can I just say, I haven't seen a lot of corpses in my life, but Jay makes the best.
I'm a really good stiff. Well, let's see. So, of course, be lighted like this, right? So,
Hands to the side, I would imagine. Doctor, can you examine this body, please?
this man needs help. Help him. Did you feel something?
no, I mean, you keep on hearing pops and bangs in here, but
I walked from one side to the other to get away from the cross IR.
what was that? What was that?
I just heard that.
I heard it too.
What was that? What was that?
I just heard that.
What was that? What was that?
Doctor, can you take a look at this man, please?
I don't feel any weight, any pressure pushing anywhere. Then again, you are laying on a cold metal surface. All right. I just felt something on my right ear. I don't know if it was a bug or what.
There's nothing there right now.
Move toward the light, Jay. Move toward the light.
Nothing?
Nothing right yet.
Jay, I think later we do a solo experiment with that.
Sitting here all by yourself?
Somebody, yeah.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
It'd be good. And just like, seriously, have one of us three just lay on the morgue table.
Alone. We'll set up a camera on a tripod.
Yeah, nobody else is on the floor with them.
Yeah, for sure. Oops. Watch that chair.
Can't have an investigation without Jimmy pulling a Jimmy. Walking into something.
Anybody could do it.
Really not like you. Those are some nice shoes.
Battery level low.
On your camera?
I just lost my battery.
On your camera?
Camera's dead.
It went dead?
It was full 5 minutes ago,
Camera's
right?
dead.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
actually, my battery's down to 65% right now.
Really?
Yeah, 60.
Yours was drained too?
It just went from 200 and something minutes to 60 minutes. What, it's 63 down to 60.
Jeez.
At 58, look, 58. Stay right on that. I mean, it's dropping fast. And this isn't a small battery. I mean, this is a big battery.
I said you had big batteries.
Yeah.
It's true. Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
I did hear that.
I said you had big batteries.
Yeah.
It's true. Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
I did hear that.
I said you had big batteries.
Yeah.
It's true. Do you hear that?
you guys stay here for me. I'm going to go get you a new battery, and I'm going to grab a new battery for this real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Where the hell am I?
I think you'll hear him.
Okay. Jeez, you get so turned around.
I know.
How's your battery?
I'm at 25 minutes, but I got one with me. John, come here. Just look down that hallway. See if you see something moving at the end. Do you see something in the bottom left-hand corner of the end of the hallway?
It's like a black
Little
spot.
Yeah, but to the left of that, kind of like a little black creeping in. It looks like it's coming and going to me, like it kind of leans in and goes back. Do you see that, or is that just me?
In the very bottom was the floor? Yeah.
Yeah, you see the black spot to the left of that. See? Look at that.
Yeah, I just saw that.
See that?
I did.
It kind of comes and goes.
And it's like the size of a basketball or something on the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not very tall. First I thought, there it was again.
Yep, I saw that.
You did?
I did. It's like...
Are you curious about us? We're friends. If you want to come down here and say hello, we'd be happy to say hi.
All three of us go in different directions. Should be interesting. Oh, Jim.
Yeah.
It was just like
That's kind of what I was hearing before.
It was just like a female voice, Joe.
Was it after I asked the question? Or?
Yeah, it was like right after. There was just like a
What's your name? Do you work here? Can you talk to us again? Are you trying to get closer?
I don't know if that came from in here or what. That's what it sounded like.
Sounded like it was coming from in there. Is that the kitchen?
Yeah.
Can you come talk to us?
Oh, that was a woman.
That was sounded female. Thank you.
What's on the menu for today?
We heard you trying to talk to us. Can you speak a little louder? Oh my God. What?
Sorry, didn't mean to startle you.
I was just looking that way and you weren't there.
This is the butcher shop.
Slide the meat in. I mean, that's
So-
what this is for.
Yep.
Slide the
So,
meat.
if you have some good meat jokes, apparently these chains will move.
No, John. Not good meat jokes. Dirty meat
Oh,
jokes.
dirty meat jokes.
That was what we were told.
That is what we were told.
I don't know any dirty meat jokes.
I'm sure you do, Jim. I've known you a long time. But I wonder if, like, a chain moving, kind of like the jacket moving, it's happening from people walking by.
The other thing too, Jay, is if you're looking at these chains,
Yeah, the shadow.
the shadows make it look like they're moving and they're actually not moving. Can you move the chains?
What is this thing?
Oh, it's a bike. You sit there in this.
That's what it looks like. Oh, I thought it was like, that's a weird. They have to power the
Oh,
ovens themselves?
it's actually, as a plumber, I can tell you exactly what it is. It's
snake?
it's a drain cleaning machine. Yeah, it's like an old roto-rooter machine.
Yeah. Jay's going back to his roots.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of toys in this room. East wing basement, Christmas room.
What's the significance of the Christmas room? Do you have any story behind this, Jay?
When Joseph and Rosemary Bodecker opened up Carriage Village in the 90s, they created a Christmas room where Santa and Miss Claus would hand out cookies to the children, have story time and photos with Santa. Once the property was discovered to be haunted, it became clear that spirit children still loved Christmas and Santa too. I mean, as a child, whether deceased or not, I mean, it's still Santa. It's Christmas. Oh, that organ's not working, but this one is.
I knew that. Oh, thanks for the bad meat joke.
These newspapers are from Rochester, the Rochester Democrat and Chronicle, Friday, January 6th, 1978. Dad's idea of child discipline suggests a man with a sick mind. Yeah, that's a problem. Dear Ann Landers, I have a problem I find very upsetting. It concerns my husband and the manner in which he disciplines our children. He feels it's perfectly all right to spank an 11-year-old girl and a 10-year-old boy. He makes our daughter take off her panties and lean over his knee so he can hit her really hard. That's
That's a little off.
Yeah.
Even for 1978.
You know what? Yeah.
Makes the 11-year-old girl take her panties off to spank her.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
That's just, there's something wrong with that guy.
So this is the barber shop.
Well, that's not a place I need, but, or you.
Apparently the inmates had more hair than you and I.
Well, yeah. The problem is, even if you were just a poor person or an orphan, if you were in here, they called you an inmate. So you're an inmate no matter what, as long as you're in here.
Okay, I'm going to sit in the chair. I want to see if... I know I don't have any hair, but I know I don't have any hair. I know I don't have any hair. I need an eyebrow trim. I'm ready for a shave. I think the name on the door was William.
Barber William Bowers cuts an inmate's hair in the modern barber shop.
Barber Bowers, are you here? Can you help me out with a good shave?
And orderly William Hint shaves inmate, John Heverman. I don't know the whole idea of possible insane individual shaving me. Doesn't seem...
Probably with an open straight razor.
There's walking. Somebody's walking.
I just heard something out there.
Well, I mean, this was the rec room. So this is where they would come for, well, I mean, there's a stage and everything. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's comforting.
So this is the east wing. This is what was rebuilt after a fire.
Is it?
This was rebuilt
Where the
after
15 guys died?
15 people died. Inmates died in a terrible fire.
All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to open this thing. Something grabs me. Guys, it was good knowing you.
Whoever's in there is holding it closed.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Is there like a release button on these things?
They do reopen them. Oh,
They do.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think in some cases they resell them.
This is bad.
How would they get him back to resell them?
Well, I think after the funeral they put them in a box.
Oh,
And
yeah. It's just for display.
Yep. Well, they cremate the person after the.
Well, thought it was going to be like a friggin' Salem's Lot episode.
Maybe you have to say the ritualistic words.
Abracadabra.
Try it.
Abracadabra.
Yeah, good try.
Got another coffin in here.
Psychic readers, vendors.
This is
This is a chapel.
This is a chapel.
Does this one open? This is just one door. What the hell am I doing wrong?
I think there is a release somewhere on these, but I have no idea where.
Well, this one's got a 18 gauge steel.
What's that?
I don't know. It sounded like it came from here. Did you hear that?
No. What are you hearing?
It sounds like somebody talking. Oh,
What was that? I heard that.
I hear that.
Like a ticking or something?
yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's coming from the end here or what.
I was hearing like a ticking, like
I'm hearing voices. What was that?
Yeah, Jay, was that you that just made noise down there?
Oh, what noise?
Like, who?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
You heard the same
I
thing?
heard the same thing.
Who? Something like that.
Did it sound male?
It was just a noise. It was hard to say.
If you had said it was you, I would believe it because it sounded like
Yeah, I thought it was you.
what was that?
Yeah, Jay, was that you that just made noise down there? Yeah, Jay, was that you that just made noise down there?
Yeah, I would go.
This area seems almost new, doesn't it? Like brand new.
Yeah, definitely like newer, but yeah.
Like the block is all in great shape. The stairs are in good shape. Paint's all good.
Do you hear that?
What?
Thought I heard footsteps.
That sounded like a door closed.
Do you hear that?
That sounded like a door closed.
Something down here.
I heard that.
You heard it too?
Yep. Like hello?
And there's movement.
That's loud.
Yeah, it's real loud. And there's movement.
That's loud.
Yeah, Yeah, it's real loud. And there's movement.
That's loud.
Yeah, it's real loud. Is there somebody here?
Jesus, a freaking crazy ass doll.
You're walking down here.
That was very obvious.
Is that there?
I think it's downstairs.
You're walking down here.
That was very obvious.
Is that there? You're walking down here.
That was very obvious.
Is that there?
I think it's downstairs.
Okay, I am in the morgue all by myself. Jason and John are investigating on floors above, and I think in a different wing, actually. This place is large, it's sprawled out, so it's really kind of difficult to keep track of everybody, but we are spread out by quite a bit. So I'm going to spend some time here in the morgue by myself and see if we can get any kind of response. In the view, you should be able to see the suit here. Yes. And the table. I'm going to turn on some additional IR light just to brighten it up a bit. If I can find the switch. That's pretty good. Okay. Is there anybody here? Doctor, are you here? This room is filled with a lot of emotion given the fact of what took place in here. And I'm not saying it was anything nefarious, but it was certainly something that harbored a lot of sadness. Anytime a human life in particular, passes, there's sadness involved for the people who are remaining. That energy gets imprinted on the people and their souls as they move on to the next part of forever. If you're still here, lingering in this area because you feel an attachment either to this room, to the building, to the people, let me know. Make a noise. Say something, I'm listening, and let me know if you're here. Did you hear that? And let me know if you're here. Did you hear that? Roger that. I hear you approaching. Can you get closer? I heard you take a step this way. I'm sitting here. I'm friendly. I'm curious. Can you come closer to me?
All right, so we got the flux response device. What it allows when we turn it on, if something goes to one side, it'll set it off one color and set it red and set it off the other color green. And it allows us to communicate. So watch. So let it get its base reading. All right, so now if anybody's listening, this device on the table will allow us to communicate. All you need to do is go to one side and it'll light up red for no. Go to the other side and it'll light up green for yes. Turn it like this so we can talk. As long as you're willing to talk with us, we should be able to communicate.
Is there anybody here that's a medical professional, a nurse maybe, a doctor? Is there anybody here that practices medicine, that saves lives?
Just went to green. All right, this device won't hurt, won't bother you, won't call it, it doesn't produce any heat. So if there is somebody here who does medical, can you make the device go off again? All you need to do is wave your hand near it.
Did you see sick people often in here?
No.
What?
That's a no. Nope. Yes.
Do you know what a paramedic is or an EMT?
Are there more than one of you in here? Are you able to see us? Yes. All right, give it a second to turn off. Yes, again.
My name is JV. My real name is James, and my middle name is Vincent. But people call me JV. Can you say my name? Can you say my name? Can you say my name?
Are you an inmate?
Do you dislike the word inmate? So yes, I mean, I don't know if it was to you or me. What the hell was that?
I don't know. That was pretty loud right there.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. That was pretty loud right there.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. Did you just make that noise?
No. Was it somebody else who made that noise?
Can they make that noise again?
Footsteps.
Can they make that noise again?
Footsteps. Footsteps. Okay, so I thought that was a doorway over there, but it's not. It's just on the other side of these coolers and oven is just this wall just end of the room. I really should get on that slab. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous to do it. I'm gonna do it. Doctor, can you help me? It's so difficult because I don't know if it's a paranormal phenomena when you hear things like this, or even when you feel things when you're in this position. Because quite honestly, the adrenaline starts flowing, and because of the circumstances, and it can play tricks on you. It's very uncomfortable, both from a physical sense and from a mental perspective. Very uncomfortable. I think this turned. I think the suit's been turning while I was lying here. I think it has. I'm getting a little uncomfortable being here, lying on this thing. One of the reasons is I can't really look around the room very well. Yeah, I gotta get off. I gotta get off.
Are you an inmate?
Were you put here because you were ill?
I keep hearing noises. I keep hearing something over there. That's like behind us. Is it in front of us? Is that you making that noise?
Yeah, I have to get off. I'm a little dizzy right now. I didn't feel any of the sensations that we were told people have felt on that table while I was on there, and I was on there for a good 20 minutes. But I did feel uncomfortable, and it got more and more uncomfortable the longer I was there. Both, again, from physicals, it's just not a very comfortable table, obviously, but also mentally, it starts to play tricks with you. And I just had to get off the table. Doesn't anybody want to talk to me here? I've been here for almost an hour. I've heard a little bit. I thought maybe someone was trying to come in here and talk with me, but then it stopped. We're going to be here for a few more nights, so if you're not comfortable now, you'll get to see us again. And at any point, if you feel like you can talk to us, we'd appreciate it. Okay. I'm going to go rejoin the fellas. I should never say fellas again, by the way. That's a bad word to use.
Can you make the device light up so we know you're here? How about if we step back? So you don't feel threatened.
Can you make that device light up on the red side?
Can you make it beep again?
Can you make the device light up again? Now it's quiet?
Yeah. So we're wrapping up our first night of investigating here at Rolling Hills, and it's late. It's been a long day. We've been doing a lot of setup, but we've had a lot of strange things happening. Some female voices, male voices, what sounds like people walking up and down the hallway and the stairways when nobody's there. We did have some weird communication with the flux response device earlier, but it might be the device, so we're gonna try to swap that out. We still have another day, so we're gonna get back, get some rest, get over here early, and start investigating again. We ready for round two?
Round two. Big place, a lot of ground to cover still.
Yeah. So, you ready for round two or what?
Oh yeah, last night was great. Let's do it again and see if we get some more evidence.
Here we go. We'll head up to the west wing.
Yeah,
We didn't spend really any time there last night.
we didn't. It's such a cool place.
You're gonna want to latch that.
This way we know nobody's going to be contaminating our evidence.
So now George Fleming is one more floor up.
Yeah.
You know, what's interesting too is we've talked a few times about that fire in the east wing.
Mm-hmm.
The west wing was built in '38, and it was, again, it had awards for being the first fireproof building in the county.
And being able to hold in so much heat.
Right, and 20 years later, the east wing burns down.
Yeah. All right, so this is the area that was the electroshock therapy.
Do you believe that the shape or design of a building could add or fuel in some way the activity?
The shape of it?
Like, I get the sense, and I don't know why, just in the few times I've visited here, that the way this is laid out with the three halls converging into the one area seems to somehow add some fuel to the spiritual fire. I don't know why.
Do you think like it's a central location where no matter what, anybody who worked here, anybody who wanted to go anywhere had to pass through the middle
here
to get to a different area?
Yeah,
So,
that makes sense.
But like prisons, a lot of old prisons were like that, where they had the central area, Eastern State. They had a central area so they could literally look down a mirror.
Yeah.
Look down and see a mirror and see down all the hallways.
Right.
So that was cool.
So it's more of a practical sense in the fact that this is where people would pass more often than anywhere else. Therefore, the activity might be more significant.
I mean, that's also where they put, I know it wasn't original, but the elevator.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you think that was like, it's centrally located.
Yeah.
All right. So this room ahead of me was supposedly electroshock. I mean, somebody wants to head down that way. I'll take the electroshock room for a little while. Right over here to the that other room.
I'll head down that way.
All right, I'll head in here. Ooh.
It's a computer graveyard.
All right, so we're trying something a little different. We're all separating. Jim headed down to the other end of the West Wing. John headed to the infirmary. Right now, I am in what they believe to be the electroshock room. So it's nice because we're able to see if any of us are able to have experiences when there's no other contamination around us. So,
just listening to the room. I wonder if I can take this rocking chair to all the places I investigate.
so if anybody's here, my name's Jason. I'm originally from upstate New York. I was born in Canandaigua. I grew up in Avon before moving to Rhode Island. This place was still open and being used when I lived in New York. Can you tell me where you're from?
Hey, did you guys hear that?
What does that say?
Did you guys hear that?
What?
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
That was a pretty good bang.
Can you tell me where you're from?
Hey, did you guys hear that? Hey, did you guys hear that?
I hear footsteps, and I believe it's one of the guys.
You know the problem, Jim?
What?
With it being, like you said, centrally located, every sound travels down each hallway.
That's it. I hear you guys talking. You hear
Yeah,
me,
I can
I'm
hear
sure.
every word. I can hear every word coming out of both of your mouths.
Yeah, if we're all on the same floor, it's a problem.
Yeah. Could you hear every word I was saying?
I could hear mumbling. You know, I could tell you were talking. We got a floor above here. We got the whole east wing.
I mean, yeah.
What's that?
That's what I heard. I heard that several times.
You did?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like birds flying into the window or something.
At
Or
night?
bats.
It could be bats.
Is there a stairwell right here?
Yeah. I was just looking down. It's over here somewhere. Probably where the exit sign is, maybe? I swear I heard movement in one of these rooms down here.
Yeah, but then you also hear what sounds like voices coming, like it's...
This is the room. I thought I heard somebody in. This is the sewing room, I think. Back behind me.
What?
Footsteps back behind me. This is the room I thought I heard somebody moving around in.
It was like a whistle. There's like a whistle. There's like a whistle. Oh, there's movement.
Still moving down there.
Yeah, there's movement. Oh. Oh. Oh.
There's a lot of movement down here.
Yeah.
You heard the whistle, right?
Yes. I'm torn which way to go because I'm hearing stuff on both sides. What's at the end of that hallway? Other than those doors, what's behind them?
Like a chess room.
The Hall of Shadows. What an epic name for a place.
Yeah.
I mean, like that last whistle sounded like it came from down there. But then the movement sounds like it's coming from over near John.
Yep.
It's just freaking crazy. Yeah. Here's movement. Listen. John, there's movement over here.
I can hear it.
In between us. It's moving again. Oh. You see what I mean? It's like it's coming from everywhere. There's movement again. John, wait.
Yeah.
Walking.
Mm-hmm.
Whistles, walking, door closing.
So, interestingly enough, plaque over here that explains that Jack will stomp his feet, open doors, block out lights and windows, disembodied footsteps, echoes. So maybe that's what we're hearing.
Walking.
This way.
Hello? There was just a noise in there. I mean, it could just be the tiles moving. It could be anything, but it's like movement, and it happens periodically.
Well, whatever it is, it's happening a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's being accompanied with like whistles and voices. You can keep coming closer.
That sounded just like the wheelchair, like if somebody was getting ready to push a wheelchair. Sounded like.
In here.
What?
In here.
What was it?
It sounded like it was over here where this little bassinet is. Just a bang noise.
You know, we didn't hear these noises last night.
No. There's a lot of sounds tonight.
We never, I mean, these are new sounds. So it's,
Yeah.
you know, you think about the building settling and everything, but that would have been happening last night.
It's true.
Can you do something to let us know you're here? There was a whistle. It sounded like another whistle.
What
The hell was that?
That's like,
Oh.
yeah. What is this? Like an elephant.
It sounded like another whistle.
What
The hell was that?
That's like,
Oh.
yeah. What is this? Like an elephant.
It sounded like another whistle.
What
The hell was that?
That's like,
Oh.
yeah. What is this? Like an elephant. Down back here. Down the end here,
Okay,
right?
but it's like it gets us to go one way. And listen,
What was
that was a whistle.
That was a whistle.
That was a whistle. Oh, that was a whistle again. That was two. Listen,
What was
that was a whistle.
That was a whistle.
That was a whistle. Oh, that was a whistle again. Listen,
What was
that was a whistle.
That was a whistle.
That was a whistle. Oh, that was a whistle again.
Are you whistling to try to get our attention? We're going to be very quiet. Can you do it again? Whistle one more time for us. What's that?
Is that like a phone?
I heard beeping.
It's like a phone going off?
Sound beep like beeping.
It was like a pager.
Yeah, like beep, 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 beep. What's that?
Is that like a phone?
I heard beeping.
It's like a phone going off?
Sound beep like beeping.
It was like a pager.
Yeah, like beep, 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 beep. They paging a doctor?
Jimmy, I think you're right. Let's spend a little time in the vortex room.
I think we should spend a few minutes in there. I mean,
do
it's
it.
supposed to be quite the place. I'm going to close this because of the light.
This is the vortex room. Okay.
So I think we were told a few times that this is a pretty important room to investigate.
Hopefully that's okay. Supposedly, you just got to ask questions.
And we're going to hear things, feel things.
They'll communicate with you.
Okay.
That's what she says.
Is this where we're supposed to maybe try to reach people that we know that have departed?
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
Okay.
So my name's Jason. This is my friend Jim, my friend John.
3 J's.
We're at a place that you might know as Genesee County Poor House and Farm. Sharon, the owner of the property, invited us to come out, and she told me if there was any place that I could talk to a dear friend of mine, this would be the place.
Are you going to go there?
I don't know. It's hard. I don't know.
Yeah. I know. It's a tough call. More movement out here.
Mm-hmm. Here's the problem. If I go there and anything happens, then it looks like it was him, even if it has nothing to do with him.
True. However, if something happens and it is him, that's a good thing.
All right, Meatloaf If you were here, there was something you told me you wanted me to do if you passed on at your funeral. Can you say what that was?
Anybody else feel like there's like a rubber band around their chest? Like,
There's some tension in the room for sure.
yeah.
There was one thing you said you wanted me to do if you passed on at your funeral. Can you tell me what it was?
Meatloaf, I had the pleasure of being introduced to you. Jason brought me to one of your shows. One of the best times of my life. It was really fantastic.
I hear walking. I hear movement. All right, so this room, Sharon told us, is known as the vortex room, and we can communicate with anybody that we've lost. So, Dad, you came to me one time, I think. Can you do something that would let me know it's you? I mean, it's tough because you're in an area that's what's said. You can talk to anybody you lost. I mean, it's a emotional roller coaster no matter what.
Right.
When you're told that.
It's like walking out.
It sounds like somebody walking up and down the hallway.
Mom, it's been 7 years. Hard to believe. Can you let me know you're okay in some way? We miss you, but we'd really be comforted by knowing you're okay.
Sounds like people walking in the hallway. It does. Sounds like people walking in the hallway.
Mm-hmm. I hear
Can you, Mom, can you touch one of us? Ooh,
it. I just felt cold air.
the whole room.
Holy moly.
Mom, is that you? Can you keep coming closer? It sounds like someone's right out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold right here.
John, you can see over my shoulder, right? If
Yep.
anything enters that door. Mom, keep coming closer, please. Or maybe it's not Mom. Maybe it's Jason's dad. Maybe it's Meatloaf.
There is a 5 to 10 degree difference between my arms.
Maybe it's your grandma.
Grandfather, yeah, could be. Yeah, could be. Could be my grandfather.
Is there anybody that any of us have lost that would like to come through and say something or to let us know you're here? Every time we've asked that, there's been walking outside that door.
Yeah.
Every time we've asked it, there's been walking outside that door. So if there's anybody that any of us have lost, can you do something, say something to let us know you're here with us?
There it is.
It's from out there, man.
Yeah. Can you knock on a wall? Whoever it is that's trying to get into this room with us? Knock on one of the doors. They're metal. They'll make a lot of noise. It's so constant out there.
Mm-hmm. And they sound like sounds that would have been going on while this place was open.
Yeah.
Somebody walking and shoes up and down the hallway. I'm gonna walk down the hallway. Tell me how much it sounds like this.
Well, we can hear you.
But does it sound similar?
It's not as succinct. It's more flowing when you do it. It's not like raps, like quick hits.
Yeah, it's stuff that we're hearing. It's like 1 or 2 steps at a time.
Yeah, it's like pep, pep.
Hang on. Don't say anything for a minute.
Okay.
At least now you'll be able to compare.
Part of the difference is I think you have sneakers on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it doesn't have quite the same sound as like a shoe would.
Mm-hmm.
But also, when you were walking, I heard it again, and I could hear the stark difference between your footprints and whatever is going on out there.
Yeah, because we still gotta separate, go our merry ways, and then see who survives. Who doesn't. It'll be like our Rolling Hills Survivor episode.
Yeah.
Whoa. Did you hear that?
It was like, right?
What the heck? Holy. I mean, that could have been an animal, maybe? Wow.
Was it like a exhale or something?
Yeah, and then
That's what I
it was like movement, like something was moving. It'll be like our Rolling Hills Survivor episode.
Yeah.
Whoa. Did you hear that?
It was like, right?
It'll be like our Rolling Hills Survivor episode.
Yeah.
Whoa. Did you hear that?
It was like, right?
Okay. I mean, it just happens all the time here. All right. Guess we might as well start heading down.
I'm gonna leave this static cam running here.
All right. We'll head down to the center, and then we'll figure out where we're all going to go from there.
Okay.
All right. I mean, we got the place, so I figure last night we investigated, we spent some time apart. Tonight, we all split up as long as we can stay in communication.
Good idea. I'm all for it, yeah.
Yeah, I want to head down to that boiler room area that back when I did Ghost Hunters like 18 years ago, the door closed on me. So I don't know, where do you want to go?
I'd like to go back to the morgue, actually.
Okay.
I get really creepy vibes down there. I want to spend a little more time there.
Yeah, I'll head up to the 3rd floor in the west wing for the, I think it's George Fleming's room, and check that out.
All right. Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
I'll see you guys soon.
You think you just saw one?
I think I just saw that.
Well, I'll go first. What's that?
What?
It's not a bat, though.
What the hell is it, though?
It's just it's one of those foam.
God.
It's foam.
I feel like I need a brighter flashlight. I think it went down this hallway.
Down here?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me just go look.
Oh, shit. Wouldn't it be so much karma?
Well, I don't see a bat. You want to walk? Let's go down here.
All right, because you're hoping that
I'll go
something will
first.
fly around the corner.
If you want me to go first, I'll go
No,
first.
I'm going to man up.
Okay.
I'll
Cool.
say,
What is that? So, manhole cover here.
I'm going to man up. Unless I see something flying, then I'm going to resort to...
And you scream like a girl up.
Oh my God. Yeah. I also got this feeling like it's going to fly up in the back of my head.
Yeah. I'll let you know if I see it going toward the back of your head. Does that make you feel any better?
Yeah, I guess. There was just a whistle again. There was just a whistle, like upstairs.
What is with the whistling?
I don't know. That was another whistle. It just sounded like walking from behind you, didn't it? So these tunnels were in, there used to be numerous ones. They connected all the buildings because the winters here in New York become so brutal that trying to keep the walkways open between buildings would pretty much be impossible. So I don't know.
What's wrong?
I saw that thing. It looked like something flew when I was in the hallway.
If you did see something, it must have flown out somewhere. There's nothing here now. Is that you banging the door?
No, I'm.
Hear it? Listen.
But it's like somebody wheeling a cart. Oh. That's how it was coming from down there.
Hear it? Listen.
But it's like somebody wheeling a cart. Oh. That's how it was coming from down there.
Hear it? Listen.
But it's like somebody wheeling a cart. Oh. That's how it was coming from down there. See, it sounds like somebody like pushing a cart. Kind of like what we had happen at a Bailey Seton.
Bailey Seton, right? Well, this is the laundry room, so they would have wheeled large, bins of laundry
Up and down
down that tunnel.
this tunnel. Better not be that. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
It's whistling.
That's not whistling.
That wasn't whistling. Yep.
Oh.
It's whistling.
That's not whistling.
That wasn't whistling. Yep. It's whistling.
That's not whistling.
That wasn't whistling. That was a voice. Hello?
It was a hello. I think there was a hello back to you.
Was it a hello back? Hello?
It was a hello. I think there was a hello back to you.
Was it a hello back? Hello?
It was a hello. I think there was a hello back to you.
Was it a hello back? Where are you? Can you come closer?
That was
pretty
that sounded
distinct.
female. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it definitely sounded female.
Okay, so we have decided to split up and we're going to investigate by ourselves. The idea behind this is maybe something will be more comfortable making itself known to one person rather than a group of us. So this is George Fleming's room. I have my thermal imager with me too. So it's just a still thermal imager, so I'll have to take a picture with it if I see something. But I'm going to set the camera up on this bureau right now. And then I'm going to sit in one of those chairs and we'll spend some time seeing if we can hear anything, see anything, or get any response. So my name is John. I am friendly. I see your name on the wall, Mr. Fleming, George Fleming. I don't know if you're here right now. If you're here, can you make a noise and let me know you're here?
I mean, there's definitely voices. That
Yeah. How about I meet you halfway? You come halfway, I'll go the other half.
I don't know where those voices are coming from.
I know.
Because it sounds like it's coming from that direction. Sounds like it's coming from that direction. Then it sounds like, oh. Just have it again. Hello? Walking.
There's a lot of that.
I'm telling you, it constantly sounds like somebody's walking up behind you.
I know.
Here's the boiler room. So this is where John Raymond worked. crazy around, man. I'm going to put this thing down, but I want to be able to see everything. That door.
Yeah.
All right, so this was the door that closed on me the first time I've ever come to Rolling Hills. It's not an easy door. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been 16, 17 years since. But even at that point, it wasn't this easy door.
It's a big, heavy door with no like spring closer or anything. It doesn't have anything.
It's not even connected.
Yeah.
I mean, it's broken off.
Right.
Whoever was here before, who closed this door, can you close it again? It might be harder this time. I could see time has taken its toll on it. If you were the one who closed the door on me, can you somehow let us know? All right, if you, I'll gladly stay in here.
You gonna stay?
I'll stay in here, try to communicate. You can head down to the morgue.
Okay.
We'll go from there.
While you were in there, by the way, still more walking and movement out here.
There still was, huh?
Yeah.
George, can you knock on something for me? George, can you knock on something for me? George, can you knock on something for me? Okay. Let's walk around and see what else we can find. So I'm gonna move around on the third floor now, and I think I'm gonna go to the nurse Emma room, and we'll see what happens there.
All right. Here in the morgue. Alone. I can't see the suit in the pitch black. Why did it seem lighter before? Oh, maybe because, I don't know. Doctor, are you here? That was a voice, and that was coming from outside. Doctor, are you here? Doctor, are you here? That sounds like somebody screaming. Okay, I don't know what that was. It sounded like somebody screaming. And then it was followed up by like heavy walking. And I looked all throughout those halls and I didn't see anybody. I don't know what that was. Hopefully when we... JV to J. You hearing anything strange?
No, it's quiet in here.
I swear it sounded like a female voice, almost sounded like screaming.
Hey, one sec. Say again, John. Did you say female voice?
Like a female voice, almost in distress, kind of like a scream.
Been here for a few minutes and I just had a very clear, loud voice. It's got to be on camera.
Jim, it's funny that you say that because John just told me from the third floor. He just had a voice. Hang on one sec. John, was it a female or a male voice? Listen. Hang on.
It sounded like it could have been an adolescent male. Is anybody up here with me? Nurse Emma? Any other orderlies? Wow. That was unbelievable. I hope I got that. Is anybody up here with me? Nurse Emma? Any other orderlies? Wow. Any other orderlies? Wow. I switched over to Nurse Emma's room and been here for a few minutes and I just had a very clear, loud voice. It's got to be on camera.
Okay, well, it's funny because I'm in the boiler room. I didn't hear anything. Jimmy just had a female voice in the morgue, so.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, and I hear nothing else. I don't hear you guys talking. I heard a little bit of sounds like a heart monitor. I'm in the Nurse Emma room. I may have got that as well, but that voice was wild. That was loud, clear. It was almost like as if somebody touched something hot and pulled their hand away. That's the best way I can describe it.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. That's cool. All right. Hopefully I'll have activity now. We'll see what happens. So John is on the west wing on the top floor at George Fleming's room, his living area, and the nurse's living area. He just heard what he said sounded like an adolescent. Jimmy's in the morgue. And Jimmy just heard what sounded like a female at the same time. Awesome.
Jason's using a different device to communicate with John because we only have 2 of the walkie-talkies, so that's why you don't hear that communication as well. Is somebody hurt? Does somebody need some help?
If there's anyone here who'd like to talk, I'd love to hear from you.
It's somewhere between a female with a quiet scream, like a muffled scream, or a cat. We haven't seen any signs of a cat around here in the several days we've been here. Do you need help? Could have sworn I saw the shadow of somebody walking outside. This is the problem when we're not doing the handheld. I can't turn it quickly. Jay, are you hearing any of these things?
Jesus, Jim, every time you hear something down here in the basement, John's hearing it all the way up on the third floor. He just heard it again, like 30 seconds ago.
That's crazy.
All right, John, the crazy part is every time you hear something on the third floor, Jimmy is as well.
Walking in the hallway, I ran out there and there's nothing there.
She's trying to flag multiple conversation.
Wow, that's really interesting. And these voices are not far away from me. I'm in the nurse Emma room. I'm down the hallway a little bit in the room, and it sounds like the voices are just in the common area outside of this room. They're here, they're in front of me.
Well, it's just crazy because you're all the way up on the third floor in the west wing. Jimmy is in the morgue in the basement, and I'm all the way in the boiler room. I haven't had anything in the boiler room, but every time you hear something, Jimmy hears something, but you're 3 floors and quite a ways away.
I don't know if I'm hearing things now. Sounds like full-on conversation.
Yeah, we're definitely dealing with a lot of activity here for sure.
Oh my God. And I'm not getting anything. Sometimes that's the way it goes. Hello?
There's a train outside. So just to give you guys a little bit of an update what's happening here. I am alone in the nurse Emma room, and I've got the camera on a little tripod it was sitting on a chair until I picked it up. And I've been trying to communicate, and I've actually got a couple responses, which is wild. And I think I said a few minutes ago, I felt like somebody was watching me. I had just a weird feeling, and all I was hearing were footsteps. Well, now I've heard 2 voices, and I'm very confident that, they were loud, so the mic should have picked them up. But I've heard 2 voices, and it's coming from the direction that I was. So we're going to walk back out that way where I'm hearing the voices, and let's see if we can see what's going on, maybe get some more action, some more interaction with whatever's trying to communicate with us.
I keep my eye out this door because like I said before, I thought I saw somebody or a shadow of somebody moving. And when I first got in here, I thought I heard somebody out there. Jason's in the boiler room area, and John is in George Fleming's room area, which is in the other wing. Doctor, can you talk to me? If I stand still, can you make the suit turn to face me? We think sometimes that suit turns because of the air movement when somebody walks by. But I'm going to stand still. Can you make it turn and face me and talk to me?
Jimmy, it's me. It's me.
Jesus.
What are the odds of that? We all decided to come down at the same time. Holy crap. I was just heading this way too.
What the heck?
All right, I'm going to say it, and I mean it. I love you guys, like brothers, but I haven't had crap happen in the boiler room. And every time you're contacting me, Jim sending me a message, did you hear something? John's calling me at the same time, literally within 5 to 10 seconds. John's calling me. You're saying you heard things.
You didn't hear the things I was hearing?
I didn't hear anything.
That's crazy.
What did you hear?
It was loud. I thought I heard like a woman, like almost like a muffled scream.
Okay.
Sounded like a distressed person.
I
You're
heard
the same thing?
Imagine grabbing a hot pan and pulling your hand off, like
Like a squeal?
But it was a woman. It was. I think it was a woman or an adolescent male.
Well, it was screaming. It was muffled screaming. It was like almost like a yelping, and then
So it was loud enough that you caught it.
Absolutely. I'm assuming the mics caught it. It was clearly audible.
So at the same time, it was coming from the hallway on the third floor in the west wing. It was coming. Where was it coming from?
Well, since you didn't hear it, it had to have been coming from this direction.
But I was
Straight down this way, shooting into this
But
morgue.
the thing is, I'm just down that hall.
I know you'd think so. It didn't sound like it was in here, although it could have been in one of these freezers here. I mean, I was deep in the room, so maybe it was coming in from one of those.
Yeah, and that happened right on camera. So you'll literally be able to see when Jimmy says something to me, and you contact me within seconds of him doing it. I'm sitting there trying to hold the walkie, and talk through the walkie-talkie on my iWatch back and forth. I'm trying to go back and forth as I'm like, all right.
Well, the other thing that after I heard the first batch of what again sounded like muffled screams, I thought it was the shadow of a person. I thought maybe it was you coming down, and it was like the shadow was here. So I came running out and looked, and there was just nobody here. Nobody here.
What a night. So this is wrapping up the investigation that I just did with Jay and Jimmy at Rolling Hills Asylum in New York. And what an unbelievable 2 days. We got some really, really good footage. I heard hello clear as day. I'll tell you, that was really the highlight of the whole thing for me was that. But it was awesome place, awesome investigation, great crew, great team. We had a blast, and we had fun just really, doing a great investigation. So check it out.